Don't set up towards Squeaky Door. It's probably going to be Pop Flash. Ooh, that's a nice opening from Next. Any sort of plans that Fragsters had in this round has just gone to waste. I was just going to find one return, but Next is on point right now. Well, that was that was brutal. You know, what their opponents throw them at the lower levels isn't necessarily too easy to scope out. On that T side, Tizian actually going to give away his position as well with that Molotov. Still going to be able to help handle Torben as he moves in, but all of a sudden, positive trade for Fragsters. Yeah,
this has turned into a very, very bad-looking round from Big. Now, Smooya is going to try and do what he can. Does manage that first kill, but it's Nex over here on the ramp looking to try and rendezvous with him. He's been tagged up. It was a great performance from him in the pistol where he managed 3. He's got to try and do that again now, but
every CT round is, and they're planning to, you know, close that out from here on out. Or it could be that Big actually has a lot of confidence in their T side.
Well, I guess only time will tell. Smooya already able to open up this round. They're going to try and run the gauntlet here against Tizian. And he's only good for 1 before the trade comes in. That's Torben picking it up. Now Smooya's come rotating around here from the heavens. He's going to get mollied off the angle, so they're already down and in towards this B-bomb site. That's going to leave a lot of pressure here on Tabson, trying to hold this off, trying to get control of the situation. He's going to manage one. That nade might even find a second. So Tabson, the hero that they needed in this round, it is just Torben left. And he finds himself 1v4. Smooya's wrapped around, so Big.
Idea of that, like, this is your standard, this is what they do every time, but you don't necessarily need to put people down secret all the time. And it's going to be an upper push, actually. Oh, Tabson. Wonderful adjustment to find 2. Stamina's going to find a trade, though, but gets taken out by Tizian the second he decides to drop down vents. And if you're not able to do that quickly, then it becomes a bit of a mess of it. You can see a lot of players just deciding to walk through that smoke. Oh, Tizian actually gives away his position as well, and Dragonfly's the one to pick him up. So he's rotated down from the roof. This is actually pretty nice. They're keeping Tabson up here. That means that there's no pressure from the ramp side. And speaking of the ramp side here, Torben, that's a nice adjustment right there. There's no way of actually knowing that Nex is there, but at that point he's done his job for himself versus 2 to 3 Fragsters players. And again, that was...
And then they start to throw a couple of players through, charging down here towards a B-bomb site. Refresh in the meantime. He's opened up onto ramp, and you can see Smooya in the vents left to try and fight back for his life. Does have under heavens. His rotation's being held back. This bomb's still yet to go down, and Big are already knocking on the door of Fragsters. Smooya winning that fight. That there could be one of the turning points. That was Dragonfly with the AWP to fall, and now it is just Refresh.
Well, one issue for them is that the bomb's been denied. Oh, that's a nice shot from Next there. It just makes this a terrible situation for Torben to be in. And it was, even gets the quick switch at the wrong time. Lobby as well to take attention initially, so they might not expect anything unless Torben's actually spotted him out. Yeah, getting to that spot. Very good pickup. Now with the smokes going down, Torben's actually going to go down. Well, they had a med advantage for the longest time, and well, they've been able to do nothing with it. Now they're just running into the turret that is Smooya. Oh, and Refresh not able to win out the duel versus Next. So this went from looking pretty promising for Fragsters to becoming quite the nightmare. And Smooya's changed up his position this time. He's moving towards ramp. Not going to connect on the first bullet. Drops a molly. And hasn't stopped the Danes before. And he won't this time either. So 1-for-1 trade, though. Significant damage taken. Actually, Gob goes down to Torben. Torben's doing work outside. Fragsters, though, Next is on a bit of an adventure into lobby. Dragonfly's finally getting a connection there. That does mean ramp is completely open for now, but it could be a big issue for the Danes.
Yeah, it certainly could. He's got the molly as well, but that might not matter. He's found himself a double. That's all he had to and more. Now, 15 seconds left. These rotations coming in from Tabson. He's going to go ahead and do damage onto Torben. That's got him off the bomb. And now with this much utility still up on Tizian, the molly goes raining in. Dragonfly desperately trying to protect Torben as that bomb goes down. Tizian pivots back on the spot. He's been the man of the hour in this round for Big. It is just Torben in a 1v2. This man, usually the brains behind the operations for Fragsters, now has to try and be the brawn as well, and he does spot out Tizian. As good as he's looked, Tabson going to go ahead and beat him to it. That will be the round.
Not a lot of people know that.
Yeah, not many people do. Smooya's going to see if he can try and take it over towards ramp. Actually, it's Tabson here trying to reel someone in, hook, line, and sinker. But 5v5 in this retake. This is certainly not an easy scenario here for Big, especially now with Refresh up in that backline, shutting down Next. The remaining players all over here towards ramp, looking to try and rotate in.
From Tizian could be absolutely massive. Yeah, that's going to force out Torben. Leads to an easy kill for Gob. Well, Refresh, though, he has other things in mind. He's on a bit of an adventure himself. Oh, actually gives up his position, but does eventually find Gob. So that seems to be the potential nail in the coffin. Is tabseN and Tizian. They're really struggling to find any sort of ground here to hold up any rotations and potentially be a bit of a backstab. But, oh, he's actually going to find tabseN this time. So finally, we're seeing something come out of that op.
Well, he get the read. He's going to rely there on the rest of his team to relay this across properly. And stabseN is the first man to spot Smooya, also the man to take him down. So that will be Big Zorpa bested towards outside. Tizian. Like Gobby should hear the footsteps, should hear the gunfire raining on him, but he's only good for one. 2 players left alive in the form of Tizian and Nex, and it's Nex in the hut. That could make all the difference. Could look to try and deny the bomb plant, but he's going to arrive a little bit late, and stabseN just decapitating him before he gets any say into this round. So a 7-8 half in favor of Fragsters. That is one that they cannot be too disappointed with. Heavy right now, which almost feels like a classic Gobby sort of call, but that might not matter. You've already lost Smooya. He's gone down. One of the players who did have armor into this round, falling. But my goodness, Nex is certainly feeling it on these pistol rounds. He's going to go ahead and find 2 before he's traded out. Dragonfly comes wrapping in, and ooh, quick shot onto Gobby. Now it is just Tizian and tabseN left up. Gonna try and smoke him off, and they do actually find the frag. You're not really getting anything done. Torben is still in with a chance. He's gonna get spotted, but he goes running by tabseN, and 5v5 in the retake. Looking like this is something straight out of a very unbalanced retake server, but tabseN opening things up. Extends the man advantage in favor of Big. This should be there, and if you're Fragsters, I think you're just looking to save here.
It's armor. And definitely that scout onto Dragonfly as well. That's all you want. Oh, okay. Well, Torben salvages it eventually. Does get spotted out by Tizian though. So the hopes of actually holding on to pretty significant weaponry going into that 3rd round is not looking very good.
At least out. They're going to go running into Torben though. And he's been undetected right now. He's going to get spotted there by Smooya, so they know that there's a man in this position. Nothing there to force him out. Tizian does have a molly, but he's looking to try and hold on to that for the time being. And actually, the molly they do throw in has missed its mark. So Torben still just being a nuisance inside of this bomb site. They're trying desperately to flush him out. That doesn't matter if everyone else dies. So alternative route, I guess, was just to kill everyone apart from Torben and let him have that B bomb site for the time being. And that's exactly what they do. 12-7 right now.
Tough predicament to be in. And again, we're going to see Big make their way down secret. Took them a little bit longer to get down there this time around, but well, they do it at their own tempo and Refresh. Posted up with that secondary op. That's also the bomb. Doesn't decide to stay aggressive, though, in order to keep track of that, but it's a nice little tell. So she's going to drop the Molotov, and on the other side of the map, the Dragonfly is rotated off to a ramp. He's going to find Tizian as well, so that's the potential lurk for Big. Just delete it, and well, Smooya hits the wall. Dragonfly does not. Well, actually does, but gets full damage through it, and, well, convincing victory from Fragsters. There we go. Door opens. Oh, that's a neat little flash from Big right there. Still not going to amount to anything at all as stabseN finds 2. Gob does get in there with the response, and they're going to drop down vents here.
Rotations over here at the ramp, but Tizian, he might go unchecked. He's the thorn in their side, but no, he might end up being a little bit more of a rose here as he gets dropped. The Refresh able to find him, who has been looking very, very good on this secondary AWP. Gobby and tabseN left up. These 2 brothers in arms going to end up falling. Actually, it's Gobby to go down, and tabseN a 1v4 required, but he's already found himself 2. Still, more players coming his way, and Dragonfly is able to go ahead and win that fight. The defuse.
Very tough for anyone to actually spot through it, and tabseN's actually just going to walk in towards main.
I was going to say, this is one of the things I like about that smoke wall. It gives you the option to wrap close in through main and in towards the A bomb site, but it doesn't matter. tabseN doesn't even play into this round. It's Tizian and Gobby to find so many kills between them, and Refresh in the blink of an eye. A bit of a hit somewhere else.
And very cool to see from Big, though, how they actually handle those kind of situations. That's going to be Bubsky to see the first kind of action. He's not going to win out the duel versus Tizian. Refresh, though, finds the trade. stabseN actually follows that up as well. Oh, Dragonfly, you don't want to be there. Gobby tested that a little bit earlier in the round.
That would have been such a big kill for Torben to find, but instead you have Refresh chiming in, finally dealing with tabseN. tabseN brought down to 3 HP. Holds over here by the vent. That nade not quite enough to finish him, and actually it's the molly it spread. So now Nex in here for Big, and if he wins this, he completely destroys the economy of Fragsters. So there is a lot on this one round, and Dragonfly already tagged down low, finally getting it finished off. He starts to burn in the fire and flames, but Refresh still picking up the kill. The defuse comes in.
Gonna alert yeah, refresh to what's going on. And he might pounce here in a matter of seconds. And if Gabi's not paying attention, this could be a double kill. Ooh, yeah, there connects with Stavin as well. It's solidly done by the Danes. They have to offer.
Yeah, this is a 10th round now for Fragsters.
I mean, you would have to assume if you're Fragsters that you've kept good enough toll on the economy of... Ooh, that's a nice find from Refresh. A good enough toll on the economy of Big to know that they're not going to have too much to work with off. Stavin is feeling, well, very brave. And he's going to find Tabson as well. So no setup for the upper execute for Big here. That's a massive bump in the road for them. Bubsky's in a forward position as well. Let's see what Big can actually do here.
Well, Bubsky going to open things up. Next does answer back. Now, push coming in. There's 15 seconds. Fragsters trying to dwindle down that clock and make Big feel uncomfortable.
Bob's gone downstairs, though. Gob, with an uncharacteristic op in his hands, got to get the bomb down. And at the same time, Next does find Dragonfly. He's also been able to get out of that upper bomb site. And, well, this is looking so promising for Fragsters, but within the span of seconds.
Portion of the map. Tizian keeping an eye on ramp, although he's more been lurking, so maybe indicative of the fact that they're going to head over here towards the A-bomb. So Corbin, he's been looking good thus far for Fragsters. He has Dragonfly here, and this AWP, this very, very costly investment that they threw into this round, it has to try and show its worth now. Torben and Dragonfly finding the kills between them now leaves Tabson in a 1v4. Fragsters poised to pick themselves up at 12th, but Tabson, tricky Tabson, has worked himself into the backline.
Unfortunately for him, but finally we actually saw like a decent enough rotation coming in from Fragsters. The guy who shot it is still alive, but you know, they'll take that. This time Dragonfly is going to try his luck once more. Instead, it's going to be Refresh to actually open things up. Oh, Refresh, calm as ever, doesn't step out either, and that's going to be Smoothie down. So 2-minute advantage here for Fragsters. Isn't to have 4 people over towards that upper side of the bomb site. Oh, Torben.
He's dropped the bomb. God B does answer back. Big, just Tizian and God B left up. Now, we saw a round similar to this in which Big were able to pull it back, but surely this time Fragsters do not let them. At match point for Big, overtime point for Fragsters. They found both the kills, and Fragsters, they're going to be carrying this one through to overtime.
Right now, though, upper execute coming in here. No flash to actually deal with Bubsky, and he's only going to find one, but Refresh is there. Again, nice trade game going on for Fragsters. Smoothie misses the opportunity as well to punt it.
He's going to be allowed to slip in towards his bomb site. Doesn't, however, miss Smoothie, and Refresh barreling on in. Just catches him after the bomb goes down. Doesn't matter, though. We're in overtime, so...
After initially doing some tag damage upstairs. Oh, gets trapped into a bit of a corner.
Yeah, Fragsters looking a little confused right now, but that doesn't matter as Torben finds himself a double. Next is over here, causing a bit of a ruckus, but they still have to try and contend with Torben, who's just laying down the pain inside of this B bomb site. Big, this was looking like a fantastic round for them, but not as Torben tears them apart. He's on 4 kills, he's on for the ace, and oh my goodness, what a performance it's been from him. Tizian left in a 1v3, and Torben's going to do it. An ace here to pick up the 17th round for Fragsters, pushing through Secret. Torben holding off the ramp. He's been a real nuisance for this Big side, but it's Tizian to behead him and finally topple the beast. There is Torben. Man advantage gained here for Big as that bomb's ticking down. And now it's Fragsters on the clock. This looks like it should be a big round all day long. But Bubsky, the man to open, he's going to thrust Fragsters back into this round and back into a winnable scenario. Dragonfly chiming in with the Deeg as well. And now things turned around here in the server. God B trying desperately to hold his own and dig deep, and he might do exactly that as he's found a quick double. They are on the bomb. They're going to be sticking it, but Nex mows them both down. He saves that round, and Big.
Tempo for the better part of the T side. So getting rid of utility early on, and Refresh is actually going to find God B through Squeaky there. Bubsky this time is our man outside. Savin, oh, Tizian actually just kind of unprovokedly decides to push, and everyone from Big decides to push for some reason. Like, I can't make sense of this.
Yeah, they've tried to take the fight to Fragsters. Now, Nex, he saved them in the previous round. He's going to have to do it again here. He's on for the ace if he wants to pick this round up. In favor of the Danes, in favor of Fragsters, this unproven Danish roster versus a team that just made legends at the major.
Yeah. It's 2 people straight down into vets.
Yeah, they've beat the utility once again. They've gotten on down. A Dragonfly now going to best Smoothie outside as he wins the clash of the AWPers there. Man advantage games for Fragsters. They're well and truly on to close this map out here in overtime. Torben's gone wrapping around him and Bubsky. They're going to go and pick up both the defenders down here towards ramp. Fragsters, 2 kills is all that separates them from besting big here in their first game of the day. And Dragonfly wrapping around. He's going to go ahead and topple next. It's got to be the IGL, the man at the helm of big, and he's going to go ahead and get shut down. Fragsters picking up this match